Hey guys, welcome back to the DJ and Wedding Planner podcast. I'm Tony The Hitman.
And I'm Carmen Davila Hernandez.
Welcome to our podcast. So this is season 2, episode 1. We're relaunching our podcast. We did this podcast about 5 years ago during COVID. And then we did 6 episodes. You could go back and listen to those on YouTube, iHeart, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And you'll be able to listen to the new episodes there as well. So we're relaunching it. We decided to keep those on there and relaunch our podcast. So here we are doing season 2, episode 1. I'm the DJ and
I'm the wedding planner.
So Carmen, let's tell them a little bit about you.
Oh, well, my name is Carmen Davila Hernandez, and I am a Virgo. I'm just kidding. So I am a wedding planner, and I do events. So it's not just a wedding planning, because I do all types of events, but primarily we do wedding planning, quinceañeras, and destination weddings as well. Love what I do. I've been doing this for 10 years. It's funny because I've always wanted to, I love events, right? And for some time, and I think Tony remembers this, I wanted to do proposals.
Yes.
Remember? I wanted to do proposals. And this was like 15 years ago. And I'm like, I just want to do proposals because I feel like guys are not romantic enough when they propose to women and blah, blah, blah. And whatever. That just like, it never happened, right? So a good friend of mine, Giselle Bonetti, said, Carmen, I have a friend and she needs to do her kids' party, and you're great and you do great kids' parties for your children. Why don't you do my friend's party? And I was like, girl, I don't do that. I'm not an event planner. I do some stuff in college. Did I love it? Absolutely. Programmings and things like that for our, sorority and organizations. And, that was fun, but I never really did that professionally. So fast forward, she's like, you could do it. And I'm like, she's like, they'll pay you and they'll pay you well. And I'm like, okay, fine, let me try it. So from that one party, I ended up meeting a whole bunch of other moms, specifically like athlete moms, which was great because they had the budget to do great parties. And, it was awesome. And then I was like, I really want to do weddings. And I decided to intern with Jessica's Events, who happened to be actually my wedding planner. And she was,
Jessica.
Love her. And actually Jessica and Val, so shout out to JV Wedding Planning. And from that moment on, I interned with Jess, and then I learned, she was such a great mentor, and I learned a lot of the ins and outs, and the rest is history. And here I am, 10 years later, love what I do, and that's pretty much it.
Are we throwing a party for your 10 years?
I'm not doing any parties. I think number one, everybody in the industry is over every single party. It's like every single week there's like 2 or 3 events. So I'm gonna do myself I'm gonna do all my friends a favor and not throw a party because I think I have enough going on next month.
Come on, you got a free DJ.
I can't. So no, I'm not. Thank you so much, though. I appreciate it. I think maybe you will be throwing a party soon. I mean, tell us a little bit about you and how long you've been in the industry, Mr. Hernandez.
So I've been in the industry for over 25 years. I started DJing when I was 13 years old. My grandma bought me my first pair of turntables, Technic 1200s, and some speakers from the flea market. But, that's how I started my DJ career. Then in middle school, where, I was doing birthday parties, the dances. Then in high school, I was doing the dances and some pep rallies and stuff. Then I even DJed my own prom. And then I started interning at a local radio station, Power 96. Graduated high school, went to radio broadcasting school, and then got hired full-time at Power 96. And I did about 12 years there at the radio station, from being on the air, a DJ, to then also being in marketing, broadcast engineer. I did a lot of different stuff there, and I learned along the way. And while I was there at the radio station, I was able to build my name, build my business, running my DJ company. I did a lot of kids' birthday parties, 13, 12-year-olds. Everybody wanted to have Power 96 at their house parties.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like crazy during those times. But, you know, that was a good time. Then from there, I left Power, worked at a couple of different radio stations, Mega 94.9, 790 The Ticket, 640 Sports, and then most recently, Revolution 935, and also did some stuff on the internet with like Miami One Radio. So radio's always been a passion of mine. Unfortunately, it's not what it used to be anymore. There's not a lot of money to be made in radio. Even the big guys nowadays, I mean, they're not doing what they used to do. So, you know, I've been running our company now full time for the last 10 years. And then part of that, I also bought out a company that was going out of business. And we bought their decor and their prop division. So in our company, we do DJ, we do lighting, we do AV, and then we do decor, draping, and props. So we have a whole division where it's like for quinceañeras, corporate themed events. So we have from Cinderella to Las Vegas, to Under the Sea, to Moroccan, Beauty and the Beast. I mean, you think about it, we could definitely do it for you.
I love it. That's awesome.
So, yeah, I mean, I love music. I love DJing. Love keeping up to the trends with music. I mean, it's definitely a great thing.
I think that's a good thing about you. So especially when you're doing the quinces and people are always like, oh, who do you recommend? I'm like, call ISP, call Tony, because you always seem to know the music that these young kids are listening to. I'm like, ooh, I don't even know how you can listen to that for so long. And you're like, have you heard this song? Do you know this song? And I applaud you because you keep up with the trends, because it's not easy to be a quinceañera DJ. Wedding DJs are amazing, but if you don't know what 13-year-olds want and you don't know what they want to listen to and dance to, you just don't go well with the quince market. I always just say that. So I'm very selective when I'm like referring DJs for the quinceañeras, because you have to stay on top of that. Like, you got to know what the parents want, but at the same time, you got to know what the kids want. And I think that goes back to your radio days, because I've heard you say that you always were taught to remember what like a young girl would want to hear on the radio.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah, always play to the females in the room.
Yeah, I was always like, oh my God, that is so genius. I've always felt like whenever I've seen a good DJ, I've heard a good DJ and I've partied, I'm like, I feel like they're playing for me.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's
the young girl in the room.
I mean, definitely nowadays it's a little bit more challenging and different than before, because obviously the way we look for music and where we look for music nowadays is different. Back in the day, you would turn on the radio and you'd be able to hear all the new songs, all the new hits that were coming up. Nowadays, I mean, you got to go on Spotify, you got to go underground, YouTube, TikTok. I mean, and really dig in to find those popular hits that the kids are really dancing to and enjoying. And it's not only what they listen to and sing along, but also what they dance to.
Right, that's true. That's a good point.
So yeah. So tell them a little bit about how we met.
Oh, well, first of all, I don't know if a lot of people know, but we're married.
The big secret.
The big secret. So it's like, and I say this, right, it's a little bit of an industry secret. For many, many years, people did not know that we were married, right? Some people obviously did, because he's been in the industry so long. And then, you know, people would be like, is that your wife at an event? So when I started, I just decided that I wanted to build a name for myself, and I didn't want to be known as Tony's wife, just because, you know, you want to build a name, and people were like, oh, she's just going to be a planner because her husband's a DJ. It wasn't like that. I really had a passion for this. It sounds so cheesy, but I love. And I've always just believed in that, and the fairy tales, and I love weddings, and I love all that stuff. So once I decided to do this, I just wanted to pretty much do this on my own. Obviously, you've always supported me, and he's always been the person who, when I doubt something or I have a question or I have an idea, and I got a lot of those, I'm always like, what do you think about this?
I'm the consultant.
You know what?
I'm going to collect my consulting
You're the
fee.
consultant for a lot of our projects, actually. And I just, you know, you are my consultant. It's so funny that you said that. I'm like, he is my consultant. So yeah, I mean, that's you know, that's it, really. I'm just, yeah.
Definitely.
And he's like, yeah, pretty much.
So, what else you want to talk about now?
Obviously, like I said, we're married, so it was our industry secret, right? And a lot of people know now that we're married. And if you didn't know, you know now. We go to like these industry networking events, and people are like, "You guys are married?"
I'm Carmen's husband now.
No, stop. It happened last week, and he's still on that it happened. People were like, "Oh, that's Carmen's husband. That's Carmen's husband."
What are you talking about? I had like 4 people come up to me during the event. Even my buddy was like, "Hey, can I be Carmen's husband?"
That is so funny. Listen, that used to happen to me all the time. They used to be like, "Oh, you're Tony's wife. You're Tony's wife," and it's whatever. So long story short, I just keep it very professional. I don't want people to be like, "Oh, you only refer your husband," or I don't want people to think the planners to be like, "Oh, you only work with your wife." No, it's not like that. Like, we're real professional people. I mean, the other day,
Tell them about the bride.
I was just going to say that. The other day, I have a bride. She called me. Great conversation. I didn't know that actually Tony was quoting the job. And the bride, we have this great combo, and she's like, "Hey, listen, I'm between 2 DJ companies, DJ Company A and DJ Company B." And I'm like, "Oh, who are they?" And one of them happens to be Tony's company, Infinity Sound Production. And I was like, "Oh my goodness, awesome." And she's like, "Who would you go with if it was your wedding?" And I'm like, "I love both of those companies. I think they're both amazing. I would pick them both, right?" And she's like, "Okay, great, thanks, no worries, blah, blah, blah." Fast forward, she went to see a florist, and the florist, I guess they were talking about me, and he's like, "Oh, we love Carmen. She's so wonderful, blah, blah, blah." I mean, hello, just kidding. So, so long story short, the florist goes, "You know who's amazing to her husband? And he's a great DJ. His name is Tony." So the bride calls me. She sends me a message, and she's like, "Hey, Carmen, we want to move forward. Call me when you can so we can, put the contract together, etc." And when I call her, she's like, "Carmen, you didn't tell me that Tony was your husband." And I was like, I didn't even know what to say. I was
She was
mortified.
mortified, yes.
I was like, "No, I am a professional," and blah, blah, blah. And at that time, I was like, "Oh my goodness." And I go, "Listen, I believe in him. I love his product. I recommend him. He's, number 1 on my preferred vendor list. But I am a professional person. I'm a business person. Like, even before I was a planner, I've always been in the business world. I've owned my own companies. It's always been a business for me, right? Whether I was in finance and real estate, whatever I was in, I was always one of those people that I'm a number person. So I'd be like, "Oh, we need 3 quotes. We need 2 quotes. We need this." Till this day, I believe in that for my clients to say, so they can see, like, "This is what you're getting, company A, B, C." That's who I am. I'm a professional. So when she said that, I felt like, oh my God, because she's like, "Oh, that decision would have been so much easier if you would have just been like, Tony's your husband." But I was like, oh my God, I was taken back, I was so mortified. You guys have no idea. But, I love working with him, and I do believe in his product. I'm just,
Shout out to George. Thank you, George.
I can't stand you. So yeah, I mean, that was
Yeah,
a funny story.
that's a good one from one of our clients. So why don't we tell them a little bit? I mean, obviously, we just celebrated 11 years of marriage. Shout out to Tortuga Bay. We celebrated our anniversary at Tortuga Bay in the DR.
Such an
They
amazing
hosted us, and beautiful property there.
Amazing. It's also an Alhai property. Shout out to Alhai. So, yeah.
Whoever is hi.
Yeah. No, it was amazing. So they were awesome. And yeah, so we celebrated 11 years. We actually, guys, met online.
Not Bumble.
We met on Facebook. So we met on Facebook. He sent me a friend request.
Yeah,
Funny
because
story.
Mark was her friend, Mark Zuckerberg.
I think you're thinking of MySpace.
No, that's Tom.
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Everybody has Tom as their friend in MySpace.
That's not that. Okay, first of all, Mark Zuckerberg was not our mutual. I mean, I'm sure he was, but it wasn't. It was actually one of my brother's ex-girlfriends. Okay?
Shout out Bodie.
Yeah, to Christina Bodie. Yes, there you go. That's so true. Oh my God, you remember?
Of course I remember.
So yes, so Christina is the reason that you and I are together, because I'm like, oh, he must be a nice guy because we have one mutual friend in common. Maybe it was a few more, but since it was her, I trusted that you were a great person. So long story short, we go on a date, and we go to the pub first,
Yes,
and then we go to a cigar bar. But Tony never mentions he's a DJ, okay? Because whatever. He's like, I'm in marketing, I'm radio marketing, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh my God, how cool. He was trying to impress me because I went to UM. I'm like, whatever. I went to University of Miami. So he was trying to be all like, cool and like, I am in marketing.
Yeah.
And one day, I'm so sorry. He comes to pick me up. Okay, I'm at my mom's.
And the Power 96 ice cream truck.
House, and this guy picks me up in the Power 96 ice cream truck. Guys, my mom almost died. She was like, where are you going with the ice cream man?
I was like, señora, ¿quieres un helado?
I'm sorry. I think about that. And my parents absolutely love him. But I think at that point, my parents were like, oh my God, what is she doing with her life? She's going out with the ice cream guy. And so nobody can ever accuse me of being a gold digger, guys. I know that, no. Okay? I might take a lot of trips and stuff. But listen, I worked very hard. I served ice cream out of that truck.
And hot dogs.
And the hot dogs. That's right. We used to serve ice cream and hot dogs.
I know.
And
One time for the haters with the hot dogs.
Yeah, you know what? Those haters with the hot dogs. They might be home eating them. But yeah, completely different segment. But yeah, that was interesting. That was fun times, you know?
Definitely great times to be had.
Yeah.
So what do we have going on next?
What do we have going on next? Personally, professionally?
Professionally.
Professionally. I mean, right now, I am working on Miami Wedding Week with Christy and Chris. I'm excited for that. We have a lot going on with that, so keep an eye out for that. Miami Wedding Week is really a blend of fashion, vendors, our passion for beautiful fashion, and this was Chris's, creation. Like, it was his idea. Christy and I helped him bring to life, and we're excited. We're going to be launching this for this time this year, because last year we had a small fashion show. We're going to be having our bridal expo on Sunday, and then Monday we're going to be joining Wet Society for their magazine release. Tuesday's our main fashion show with 3 amazing designers, and then on Wednesday's our closing party, which you'll be handling for us.
Yes.
And I'm excited for
See,
that.
I told you I was having a party. I'm going to bring Carmen a 10-year anniversary cake for her business.
No, please don't. Don't do that.
Or should I pop out of the cake?
No, oh my God, that's so cheesy. I would die. God, that's so freaking cheesy. Oh, God. I would be mortified. I'd be like, I apologize. That's so embarrassing. I'd be like, oh my God, I can't believe this was, what is this, freaking 1978? Anyways.
Hey, that's the year I was born.
Oh, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I swear to you, I did not mean, I don't even, no.
Really?
I did not mean that. Oh my God, that was so hilarious. I'm so sorry.
Well, anyways, continue talking about your passion project.
Ouch. Tony calls it my passion project, and it's all good. You know what? I'm happy I have a passion project, because you know what? I'm excited for it, okay?
You are.
And it's going to be phenomenal, and in a few years, everybody that says, oh no, call us next year, is going to be like, damn, I wish I would have joined sooner, so whatever.
No, it's definitely going to be a great week of events. If you want more info, MiamiWeddingWeek.com, on IG as well. We'll be doing a segment on that, everything that's coming up and sponsors and stuff like that. I mean, we want to, take the podcast on the road, bring in other vendors, other DJs, other industry professionals, people that can bring their insights, and even some chisme.
And some chisme, this guy. We're going to keep it professional. Yeah, we're going to keep it professional chisme. We also want to make sure that we're, like empowering, sharing our experiences, and, bringing some of you on here to share, your feelings, your thoughts, your experiences. Because remember, in our industry, we don't have an ethics board, and we don't have rules and standards. So it's really our job to make sure, like, we're a voice, and we're sharing our experiences with people who are newly in the industry. You know what I mean? So I think that's important, to be a guiding light. And I'm not saying, I'm the most experienced person, but I think that we can bring people, collaborate, and be able to share. And also just tell people you're not alone. Like, you know what? This year has been wild. It's been crazy. It's like Are we good? Are we bad? Are we booking? Are we not? And I feel like we need to like be honest about stuff. Like you're very lucky. I know you're always busy and it's great. I can tell you, like, for me, it's been one of those weird years where I'm like, I'm used to working every weekend. Why do I only have 2 weddings a month? And I just wish that we would be more open and honest about those conversations with the rest of the industry, because like you ask people and they're like, we're good. Yeah. Oh my God, we're great. And then you really have those conversations and they're like, oh my God, I'm scared. I'm nervous. Like, what's going on? And I think like if we're more honest with each other and we share more things, like it's just,
No,
we
definitely.
don't feel alone.
No, I mean it's been a tough summer for a lot of vendors. I mean, I've spoken to a lot of people in our industry, from hotels to other DJs to florists and planners, and the summer was definitely slower. I mean, luckily for us, we had a handful of quinces that got us through the summer. So, we're very lucky and blessed. And I mean, I'm seeing the uptrend. I mean, in the last couple of weeks, we're booking a lot more holiday events. We're booking
More weddings.
more quinces coming up. And even short term. I mean, I'm getting calls for clients that are having their party in October, and they're calling now to book, or even September. It's funny because for us, I mean, we'll start a month, and by the end of the month, we put 10, 15 events on the books. And not a lot of people could say that, but, we're lucky. We surround ourselves with great, vendors and collaborators in the industry that help us. And when they need a hand, we're there to help them.
Yeah. At the end, that's what matters, right?
Definitely. So, 100%. I mean, it's like you say, community over competition.
100%.
I'm definitely one of those believers that, if somebody, even if they're, a competitor or do the same thing that I do, and they need a hand, my warehouse is always open.
Oh, 100%. I wish more people thought like that. I mean, I'm very blessed. I have an amazing circle of planners that I know have my back when we've needed each other. We're there to help each other. Hey, do you have somebody available? Hey, do you need this? Like, we're good like that. And a lot of other cities, when they see how close we are, they're like, man, I wish we were like that. And I'm just like, I know, it's Miami. It's South Florida. We're special, So
we're definitely a different breed.
We are a different breed. So we're excited to share those experiences, stories, and can't wait to see what the rest of the season holds for our podcast.
Definitely. So thank you very much for tuning in and listening. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, the DJ and Wedding Planner Podcast. Listen to us on YouTube. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the subscribe and like button or comment. Yeah. And then Apple Podcast, Spotify, and wherever else you listen. Thank you for listening and tuning in. We'll see you next time.